It wasn't exactly a secret the Jets would add a quarterback in the draft. The questions we all had was when and who. In the 5th round, with the 171st pick, Joe Douglas grabbed Florida State quarterback Jordan Travis.
So Jordan Travis in the Southeast, Andy Davis was the primary area scout. Jay Mandolese was our national scout there, and Phil Savage was the third look for Jordan.
Okay, so you guys were going to be in the business for a developmental quarterback. Joe Douglas has emphasized that he'd love to have a quarterback factory here. You have a very good situation there with the future Hall of Famer and Aaron Rodgers being your starting quarterback. You got Tyrod Taylor, an established guy behind him as well. You add a third to the mix here. Can you speak to Jordan's evolution as a college player in Tallahassee?
Great value pick for us here in that 5th round. And, if he didn't get injured, he probably would have gone higher than where we selected him, right? You're looking at a young man that changed the course of Florida State's football, right? As far as he's a winner. He's been a winner everywhere he's been. He's a good leader. He's a competitor. His athletic ability is a dual threat ability, being able to do things with not only his arm, but his legs. He shows good. He has a good arm and he's accurate with his throws, and he's a good decision maker. He took care of the football.
In 49 college games, Travis hit on 62.1% of his passes for nearly 9,000 yards with 66 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. A dual threat at Florida State, Travis was a key to the Seminoles' resurgence. He sustained a serious leg injury against Northern Alabama in November, though. Area scout Andy Davis and national scout Jay Mandolese spoke about Travis's college journey and what's ahead.
Draft day itself, Joe's really good about trying to keep us updated and what guys are in consideration, just for us to know, like, hey, we might be needed. And I would say with Jordan in particular, there was a lot of positive comments, I guess, from the coaching staff, from the personnel staff. Like, I knew that if we were going to go quarterback, that would be a guy that was going to be in the mix. So I was, ready, I was prepared, and just excited that, when it's time to pick one, it was Jordan.
Yeah, I think it's been said, it's the most important position in all of professional sports is quarterback. So identifying guys that, we can develop, and sure, there's going to be guys going on day one, day two. Those guys are really good players, and we identified Jordan as a guy on day 3 that, similar to Olu, he's in a situation where he's able to learn under one of the best. But not only that, we feel like Jordan is built to learn.
You were in Tallahassee. What's the scouting report from the perspective of him on the field and also the intangibles? Because when you're targeting a guy at that position, you need a guy who can lead, who is a worker, who is well liked. I mean, the quarterback position, you're going to ask for a lot from those dudes if you're bringing them in the building. Yeah,
so Jordan, his story's unique, right? He started at Louisville, had some bumps in the road, goes to Florida State, and it wasn't perfect early on. And to me, I look at that as it was an opportunity for Jordan to really go through some adversity, and he came out on top. Mike Norvell does a great job down at Florida State, and he identified Jordan as a guy that could change their program, and he did just that. And I think that was evident this year. They went 13-0, and when Jordan got injured, it's one of those moments you kind of remember where you were when it happened. Because I remember watching on TV, and myself and Andy Davis were texting each other, and just the you felt for the kid, you felt for the program, because you kind of knew like this was really going to hurt their chances. I personally felt they had a chance to win it all, and when Jordan went down, you knew they were going to get punished for it a little bit. But that just speaks to his value as a player. But also just seeing the crowd and seeing his teammates, you got a sense for the person, like how deflating it was, not just for his teammates, but the fans. And even as a scout, I mean, you feel terrible for the kid knowing all he had accomplished. But, he's a kid that, brought them to the top. Florida State was a team that had some kids come in from the portal at the skill positions, Johnny Wilson and Keon Coleman and Jaheim Bell and Trey Benson. Like, these are all skill players that they came in from other schools, and Jordan was the one that brought them all together. And, really got that offense rolling. So he's a kid, like through the process, you get to know him, and we got to meet with him at the East-West game. I know he came on a 30 visit. Coach has spent a lot of time with him, but like you feel like this kid's got the intangibles that if we're going to take a shot on a guy to learn under Aaron and Tyrod, this is the guy.
Physically, the ceiling is as good as really Jordan wants to be. It's hard to really cap him because he is such a good athlete. I think the situation that he's coming into is excellent for any quarterback, but especially Jordan. You've got Aaron and then Tyrod. So for Jordan, I think it's a good situation. He can recover, sit back, learn from two excellent NFL vets.